Hey everybody, welcome back to another monthly market report for real estate in the Central Okanagan, this time overviewing the stats of July in 2025. So what has happened over the last month? Well, we've just gone through the dog days of summer, and as per usual, it's felt a little slower here. I mean, you don't really notice it when you look at the stats, but I feel like things kind of get quiet, especially in the Okanagan over the end of June and July when people are on vacation, whereas now in August and over September, I feel like things start to speed up and pick up a bit as people get back before school, and the people who are waiting for things like school or vacations to end really start to look. And this usually continues to around end of October. That's when things usually start to slow down right until about the end of January. But I will say, as we're going through the stats here, I can easily say that my prediction of us going into a balanced market definitely hasn't come true. I think that's heavily influenced by the fact that the Bank of Canada has maintained the overnight rate at 2.75% instead of doing any further cut. So now I'm realistically predicting that we're going to hang around in this buyer's market probably until the spring of 2026. The next Bank of Canada interest rate announcement is going to be September 17th, and we will see if they decide to cut or just maintain the rates, which if they do it in September, I kind of have a feeling they're going to keep it at 2.75 for the remainder of 2025. But overall, the stats look pretty positive across the board. So let's get right into them. Like I said, we are still in a buyer's market. The absorption rate is 10.75%. So a slight increase. But again, we've been hovering in that high 9s to low 11s for the past year, and I don't really see that changing unless something dramatic happens. There were 482 sales over the last month, which is up 4.98% from last month and up 10.8% from this time last year. So some positive changes for sure. The average sales price from this time last year is relatively the same. It's gone up 0.57% to an average sales price of all product of $750,029. The list to sell ratio remains pretty steady around that 96%, a list to sell ratio of 96.76%. Now to look at the average price of individual products, the average price for a condo has dropped 1.64% to an average price of $491,058. The average price for a townhouse is up 3.69% to an average price of $705,256. And the average price for a single family home is down 4.59% to an average price of $1,053,775. The average days on market is up over 22% from this time last year to an average days of 68 days on market, which is up from 55 of this time last year. And currently we are sitting at 9.29 months of inventory with currently 4,481 listings, which is up 5.93% from this time last year. So there you have it. Not a huge change from this time last month, but a positive change from this time last year. And we are not really seeing a big dip like a lot of people are predicting. Likely we'll see a sort of dip, a slight dip over those, November, December, and January, which are generally just the slower months of real estate. We see dips of them every year. I don't think it's going to be any more or less significant of a dip that we usually see during that time. Right now, I feel like the name of the game is everything's just flat. We're in a buyer's market. We're just kind of steady and stable going through the months. We're probably going to see a bit of an uptick through August and September, and then things slowly taper off. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. My contact information is on the screen right now and linked in the description down below. And if you are looking to move here or you have questions about the Okanagan, make sure you reach out to me. I have another channel linked down in the description, Living in Kelowna BC, for a ton of more information on moving to Kelowna, living in the Okanagan, the surrounding towns. And if you're interested, you should definitely check it out. That's going to wrap up my monthly market report for real estate here in the Central Okanagan, overviewing the stats of July in 2025. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.